Welcome to another episode of the Weekly InSalt. My name is Wade. I'm here with Ches.
Hey, how's it going? And by the way, it's episode 335.
I always forget that. It doesn't matter anyway. We're going to do this for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, you saw it in the title description.
Yeah, that's true. They did see it there anyway. And I'm here with the... I had a title for you, too. I just spaced it. I think it was going to be like the Chief Finance Officer of Sound.
The CFO of Sound.
The CEO.
CFO. Kurt. What's up, man?
Not much.
This episode is filmed in front of a live studio audience. Because guess who's here today? It's a longtime friend, awesome dude, owns a barbershop, had a viral video back in the 90s.
Long-time caller, first-time guest.
Yeah, long-time guest, first-time caller.
Yes.
Nature. What's up, man?
Hey. Thanks again. How many times is this now?
This is, I don't know, read the episodes again?
I think we were figuring somewhere around 10.
I think it was.
5 to 10, somewhere in there.
Your name isn't very conducive to search terms.
Well, it's in a lot of terms.
Yeah,
I get
nature,
tagged. I get tagged on social media all the time where it's like, I'm in nature. Like, no, you're not. I can't feel that.
Yeah, I haven't felt that in a while.
Ouch.
So,
yeah, man, thanks.
Yeah.
Welcome me back.
Got starting early at episode 57.
That was a good one. That was fun.
Episode 70 and 71. There's a 2-part episode.
Ooh, that was a long one.
Episode 105, 138, 160, 220, 251, and 304.
So we got some street cred.
Yeah.
Or some pod cred, I guess.
Most of the listeners, if you're using a podcast app, you probably can't find those old episodes. You got to go to our website for that, theweeklyInsult.com.
I found it in mine, but...
Sometimes they are there. Other ones limit to 100. Just depends on what you're using. So if you want to hear the really old ones with nature, back when we were called another name.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of laughs on most of those, too.
I think they're on all of them. Every episode that you're on, man.
The jelly bean incident.
We don't speak of that.
There's some great ones back there. Yes.
I think last time when you were on the show, that was just before you were opening your barbershop.
I think you just opened it.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. We're full swing, man.
How's business?
It's a whole ass barbershop. It's been good, man. It's it kind of ebb and flows as much as my life does. When I want it to be busy, it's super busy.
It's like the most nature thing to say.
Yeah, right. Yeah, man.
Man, when I want to be busy, I'm pretty busy.
It just is. No, it's good. I am non-traditional where I do a lot of like later hours. I definitely don't do 9 to 5. I work nights, a lot of nights. So I'm like, I'll see you at 2 in the afternoon, but I've done shit at 2 in the morning. I shaved somebody's head like a month ago, 2:30, 3 in the morning.
You know, whenever you're a barber of the people, man, you got to be there.
Just got to do it. Well, I mean, how many people can go get a haircut at 10 p.m.? You know,
not a lot of people.
Yeah.
Or do you do like plumber's hours for that? Do you have like an emergency haircut fee?
No, I used to have one of those where I'd be like, you want it now? It's $100. Shit. Like, fuck it, I'll stop what I'm doing and come meet you, or travel to you. But yeah, it's been good. Go ahead.
You're still one wheel, right?
Yeah, it's getting a little cold. If you're hearing this later in life, it's December here, like it is everywhere. Yeah. But it's starting to get that inversion in Utah, and it's stinky and it sucks to breathe. So
that's actually one of the things I was going to bring up is how's the one wheel and in the inversion?
I mean, it doesn't really care. Doesn't breathe.
Does your lungs care?
Yeah, I'm sure, but it's cold. The machines don't like the cold.
The batteries.
The batteries take a hit. You lose range, and you're in fucking ski gear, so that's whatever. Yeah. But I still like to ride it when I can.
You're still doing off road?
Yeah, I mean it's a little frozen right now, or snowpacked. So.
I just mean in general, not like today.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So literal Nate's back.
If y'all look at my fingers, you could see the two.
Oh yeah,
fingers on my middle hand. Or my middle hand. The two fingers on my right hand. I've got 3 hands. Yeah. But the middle fingers in my right hand are like bulbous.
They are. Yeah.
It looks like I stole somebody's finger knuckles that are way bigger than mine.
It looks like you like when we were.
Yeah. I fell on them this year during the race season, and they both went like completely 45-degree angled. And I stood up, and there was somebody that had fallen in front of me, and they were kind of more hurt, so it took precedent. And I looked up, and it was just like a movie. They were both just bent.
I can only break them?
I'm sure. Probably dislocated them, too. So I took the middle finger and just like hurt and popped it back into place. I'm like, I've seen this in movies. So I did, and I looked up, and I was like, that's cool. But then the ring finger was doing the same thing. I'm like, oh, you too, you fuck.
Pop that back in.
Yeah, which the ring finger it looks better.
It kinda, like, remember when we were kids and there was that myth going around that if you cracked your knuckles too much, your knuckles would do that?
Yeah, they don't
that,
crack.
You get arthritis.
That's what it looks like. It just looks like you cracked your knuckles
Dude,
a bunch.
it looks like I stole a really big guy's knuckle for sure. But it's cool. They almost
That's
closed.
Big Nate's knuckles
Yeah,
right there.
dude. That's when I was a superiorly heavy man. Large knuckled. Big bone.
I don't think you've ever been a large man, have you?
No, yeah, for sure. I was
Have
like
you?
270 at one point in my life. When I lived with Ches
I
and
don't
I lived
remember
together.
that.
And I was like emo Nate too. Like I had like
Emo fat Nate.
yeah, dude, like dyed hair, dyed black hair with
Dang.
dyed my eyebrows.
Well, our diet didn't help either.
No diet. No,
What-
dude, we were
what was your guys'
fried,
diet back
fried
then?
Oreos and
Fried Twinkies.
We went through a fried period of our
Wings every
life.
night.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
It was living it up.
Was your hair covering one eye?
No, it was just spiky. It's kind of like it is now, but like just like.
Do you have any
flat.
pictures of emo?
Oh,
Nate?
100%. 100%. Yeah,
You're gonna
if you look at my Facebook, I can have one where I'm sitting in your bathroom and I'm wearing an Affliction fucking
Nice.
shirt. But it was back before, like, Affliction, you could get it at PacSun at one point.
Yeah.
Like, before it was, like, super popular. No, I'm saying I was cool before it because it was douchey before it was douchey.
Or you gotta find the one with you put on one of my driving suits.
What was it?
You know, one of my when I
Oh
was
my
racing
God.
go-karts.
I forgot about that. Like a onesie, performance onesie, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one of my like one of my driving suits for racing.
Help me, Tom Cruise! Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, we're not friends on Facebook, so I can't see all your
Right on, add me. Maybe it's Instasham. I don't know. Yeah, for sure. So that's fun.
Yeah, I think it sounds like you've been up to a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Getting busy.
really busy. It's been a year since I started this project over in Murray,
yeah.
Utah, and it's been a lot of fun. It's
Yeah.
been mostly ups, no downs.
Yeah. What was the project?
The Octopus Barber Shop.
Oh, in Murray? That's Murray?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
on the border.
Oh, that's
So-
why it's confusing to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
what else you got going on that we don't know
Yeah,
about?
that's the lab.
Yeah, we did talk to you, I think, one of these times. You guys can go back and listen to the full episode, but like, weren't you doing like a Meals on Wheels thing for a little
Yeah,
while?
so we started a project called, well, my friends and I started that sounds so bad. My friends started and I'm involved in a project called Meals on One Wheels. And it started in California and we're a branch now here in Utah. Basically once a month and more, we ride downtown Salt Lake City with wagons and our one wheels. And I've learned a lot about wagons. Like there's performance wheels and then there's 2 mile an hour.
The Red
towing
Rider.
kid. Yeah, dude, the radio flyer style.
Yeah.
I've graduated to like a landscape style.
like off-road. Oh,
Yeah, it's got
landscape,
big pneumatic air tires.
Yeah.
And it dumps. It's got a little like dump option because.
Just roll up. Wait, where's the homeless at?
There y'all go. So we call them unsheltered now.
Oh, sorry. Where are all the
I know.
unsheltered?
This is
Not
it's
bad.
okay. Well,
I'm
we think
learning
about
too.
it. I know. Thanks for that. So you think about it. We all have a home. It's Earth, right?
Fine.
Yeah, I see
Acceptable.
what you're doing. I know. I'm cheesy.
No,
So
that's
we all
okay.
have a home. It's Earth, but some of us have shelter and some do not.
Is that a recent development because Elon's been talking about going to Mars? Do you think he's changing the homeless landscape in America?
He's just gonna ship everybody up to Mars, I suppose.
Wouldn't that be crazy if we
Y'all are
finally
gonna work.
we finally get to Mars and then Elon's like, I just made this for the homeless people, dude.
Jeez. Y'all are gonna work and build colonies.
So think about all the space you guys will have on
Sounds
Mars.
a bit like slavery again.
I don't know, man.
Oh, you know
Let's
what's
not put any
cool?
labels on it yet.
I'm not gonna do that, but I just want to be proud. Kurt told me to turn my phone off, and I did. It's not making noises.
Nice.
But my sister's calling right now, and I'm just not.
Do you need
gonna
to take
answer.
it?
Not at all. We're
Okay.
we're filming.
I mean, we can plug it. We can
plug
plug
her
it
in
in.
and
Yeah.
She'll be on next time with me.
All right. Oh yeah.
She's funny. Yeah.
So I don't know, Ches. You want to get into the long topic today?
Let's do
Yeah.
that. But then hold on real quick. So the Meals on One Wheel stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been doing I started like a coat drive or like warm clothing drive. So I've gathered a shite ton of clothing, and in doing so, there's a man who he's a news reporter on I think like Channel 4, like Mark Cobell, I think. I can't remember. I might be butchering that. It's been on for a long time, but I saw him recently. He comes into a restaurant type place I go to often that was like, hey man, I want to like get you on the show so we can do a feature about your barbering and then like doing the unsheltered people's haircuts.
Yeah, that's cool.
So we're gonna do a little video. Hopefully in the next couple weeks.
Dude,
probably
let
2
me
weeks.
know when it airs.
Yeah,
man.
that'd be
I wanna
cool.
Watch it.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool. Yeah, and it should.
We can
be,
get Chaz to put it on our Instagram too, or something.
Yeah, should be good. I look forward to that. I'm hoping that it doesn't. I mean, obviously it's going to bring you attention, but I don't want too much attention where I'm too busy at work.
So getting tons of haircuts.
Bummer. Yeah, I'm kidding, but yeah. So let's talk about the long game here.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm sure I know most people in this room have seen it, but there's a news article here locally about a local pub that recently got busted with almost 200 underage.
I don't think that was in the same day, though.
No, that's what I was going to ask you, because to be honest,
my understanding it was all at one point.
I think that they got cited for all of them at the same time.
I'll bet you it was a collection.
It said it was like 186 out of like the 230 people that were there.
Oh shit, and that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
But continue.
But so that they were underage and they all had, I guess, these really good like fake IDs. And
Yeah, I've been seeing those. You know what's kind of funny? I negated to tell you guys why I was kind of elusive about this. I have not fucking heard a damn thing about
I
this.
haven't heard any.
Oh, really?
Not a damn thing. That's why I replied to you in the text message. Oh, interesting.
Oh,
Okay,
Because I
you
thought
ready?
to myself, should I read up on it? No, I think I'm going to go in blind and
Did
just
you
give you
tell-
a blind opinion about
So
it.
this was at Sugar House
It's better.
Pub.
Yeah,
Sugar House Pub.
dropping that name.
Well,
you
I mean,
No, I know.
it's like I saw it on like.
No, I know. My coworkers are talking about it. I saw a letter. Basically, they were like, "Oh, we always follow the standards of Utah, so we don't know what happened, but we look forward to seeing it again when we open back up."
the Utah Department of Public Safety reported 186 minors under the age of 21 were found in Sugar House Pub on November 22nd.
Oh wow!
An investigation was spurred after multiple DUI arrests were linked to the bar in the earlier year. So now, younger kids that don't really handle their alcohol that well yet, or there's some older people that don't handle their
a
alcohol.
bust
I'm
is
just
a
saying.
bust if you're getting pulled over,
And
though.
apparently 6 of those people that were there were only 17.
Wow, not even.
Who do you think was getting
adults.
paid off to let those kids in?
Here's the thing.
Tons of fake IDs were
Yeah,
found.
I think the IDs are scannable. You just go, okay.
Over 50 fake IDs were also seized.
How is that number not adding up though?
I don't know,
50, and there was how many?
186.
Right, so that's a third almost of the IDs.
That maybe didn't have.
That's my point. How'd y'all get in? That
takes
is
one
fishy
shitty
to
door
me.
guy, maybe, or maybe
Or
the door
he's
guy
getting
was
paid
young.
off. Or he's getting paid off.
Yeah, he was like he got it. Yeah, or he's getting paid
Those
off.
guys, I mean, I've only done door work a few times, and the one time I did it up in Park City, it was great because this dude was like, "Hey man, I'm here with like 8 chicks. You want to let us up in the front of the line?" I was like, "It's 2020." It was probably like 2022 or some shit.
Yeah.
I was like, "It's the 2020s, man. Like equality." Doesn't matter if you're with 8 chicks.
Yeah.
Back of the line, pal. It was actually, and all these people were laughing.
And then he could really argue you. He's
God,
like,
no.
damn,
Yeah,
that was
like,
the one.
Damn, that was so
that was
woke.
so
I don't
clean.
know what to do. I'll back in line with me and my chicks.
Despite all the fake IDs, Adams reiterated it's up to individual bars to make sure all patrons are of drinking age, which I know at the particular establishment that you work at, you have a door guy a lot of times. Not all the time.
No,
right?
most times now because we got in trouble for not IDing people.
Yeah.
And so we did hire a blind door guy.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, of course. His name tag-
equality,
yeah.
equal.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. 2020s.
Is he black?
His door, no.
Oh, okay.
No.
Just seeing how deep it
his
goes.
name tag does say, no, you're fine.
I'm just using the audience as my baseline on my
Yes,
joke.
And I looked over like, yeah, it's safe. You're okay. Maybe not, but he does have a name tag that says Blind Paul.
Okay.
And I mean, his glasses are quite thick to the point that when he picks up, your ID to look at it, it's pretty much at like the end of your hat.
Okay, yeah. But
So
he can still see it.
Yeah, he's actually busted some. We call them cubs for some reason. Like when they try to do like an undercover sting against the bar. Like, the cubs are out. I'm not really sure the origin.
Bear
But
cubs?
I was the asshole that was sitting there like drunk as a patron, sitting there, and this, the one guy that gets let in first. He's like telling him, "Okay, now's a good time." He's the one like he gets in first to infiltrate and see the situation, and then he'll call the other one to come in and see if their ID works. And so he's like shooting the shit with people like, "Wow, you guys really ID everybody here?"
Oh,
my
wow.
my dumbass is drunk behind, like as a patron, just like, yeah. Ever since we got busted for not IDing people, we hired a blind door guy, and he's like, oh, okay, and sent his.
That's
his
really
people
covert
in.
ops on their
Yeah.
part. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
But
Send a
they got
guy
caught
in.
at least.
Yeah.
Thank blind Paul.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, kind of that maybe don't live in Utah, don't understand the laws here, you can't drink unless you're 21. You can't be in a bar, and you have to have a valid ID to be in that bar, no matter what age you are. So even if you're 80 years old, you still have to have your ID on you. And
We're friends now, Kurt.
I was going to say, I can't see that far.
Sorry, I took a break.
so basically, what the DABC will do is they set up stings
And this happens everywhere.
everywhere. At every
DABS,
DABS,
dabs.
they set up dabs.
It's dabs now.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's no longer
It's no
control, it's service.
Services.
Oh, do you think they do dabs during their meetings?
This kind of dab.
Yeah, just those kind.
I do that anytime I buy liquor now at the
Like,
liquor
and actually-
store.
Hey, Ches, are you high enough? Yeah, I'm high enough to do a sting.
And actually, I just saw a thing, it's in, it's just outside Nashville. It's like a
Tennessee?
winery, yes. That they got busted by the undercover sting.
So now there's just a general services check for probably.
And when
more
when I say busted, that's in quotes because like the person that they sold to was actually an adult, and then like they had like a minor with them, and
Yeah.
they're like, oh, handed it to the minor, then like
So what Ches is
busted
getting
them.
at is there's a lot of stipulations to what you can and can't do in a bar, but in Utah it's pretty cut and dry. Got to be
of.
21. You can't have children in there.
yeah.
Well, I got a question for you guys. Can you get a beer to go?
No,
Yes.
you can at a brewery,
Yes,
like a
you
brewery.
can. At a bar.
At a bar,
too. Yeah.
can you?
You can get then you can now do package.
Yeah. It just has to be packaged up correctly.
What's
for
how
our
do you package
standards.
it correctly?
Unopened and in another bag.
Put it in a sippy cup and put tape over
no,
the lid.
another bag. It's got to be sealed and in a bag.
This is why you're here because
Yeah.
you're the expert,
Yeah,
man.
which is funny because a lot of bars are like, oh, no, we can't do that. And I've worked a lot of bars where
Well, I
it's
think
50-50.
The reason why a lot of bars probably do that is because of how strict things are. They,
Yeah, of
they feel
course.
like can we get busted
Yeah.
for everything?
Well,
you know?
there's another myth, and I don't really want to say this, but I will. There's at least where in Salt Lake City and incorporated areas that I know, I'm not going to cite each one, but there's not a rule that says people have to be out by 2 a.m. The rule is there's no alcohol on the floor at 2 a.m.
Okay, yeah.
No alcohol can be present. It
So
has
you
to be
can keep the
locked up.
bar open until like
So you can have
3 or
people
4 or
there.
whatever, yeah.
Till they open again,
Okay, yeah.
until they serve alcohol again.
As long as you're not
There's
getting more drinks
just
after
no
that.
fluids on the floor. Period.
Yeah.
Not even like waters.
Oh,
just
shit.
just in case. Yeah.
Well,
Kurt's
let's
doing a
also
little fact checking right now.
I think he's looking for some of
scrolling
those
through your
photos.
Facebook, yeah, looking
Oh, yeah.
for.
Oh,
I couldn't
Oh.
find a Fat Nate picture.
You'd have to go like through the. I'll help with it.
Yeah, I don't know if AI will search that yet.
It's gonna
As
be
a
in,
disclaimer for Nature, though, I'm going to say it right now. He is a very professional bartender. He is not an expert on the
Seasoned.
legalities of what liquor laws are in Utah.
And I
He's just had to
appreciate that.
deal with them for a while.
But yes,
Yeah.
we are responsible for knowing those too.
Yeah.
though.
And the one thing I also want to finish up here on this
Yeah,
that
please.
that place in Nashville or outside Nashville
Where?
for that winery, whatever.
Just being silly.
And they got their fine was $5,000
For one.
for this one
That's
violation.
it? That's pretty cheap,
Well,
actually. Just
So
you
they
guys know.
they fought it and spent $40,000 and won.
Well, that's why they only paid $5.
No,
I
that's
know.
no. It was $5 before they even started fighting it.
Oh, okay.
What makes this significant? Or is
So,
this
like,
just a
Thank
story?
you.
you're
I
in?
was curious.
So I would say then
Not
like
gonna
it
lie.
got turned out to where they fought it and won,
Change the law.
and the judge was like, no, you guys to the DAB whatever the fuck they're called there.
Dabs.
TABS.
Like, no, you guys, no, they did everything by the books. You guys are the ones that then went and changed everything afterwards. So, no, this was an entrapment deal, and everything's dismissed, and you guys need to watch what the fuck you're doing.
I would like to propose something to the room, and you guys tell me what you think about that. Can we just call them
Fat
the alcohol TSA?
Yes.
Yes, the ATF or something too. Like,
Let's see.
so, it's the AATF, alcohol to fire. Oh wait,
No,
Yeah.
Makes sense. So I was just admiring Fat Nate.
Oh, you did have a little chub.
Emo Nate too. Yeah.
You look like you are about to just sing out. Where are you?
Oh, I was. I'm so sorry,
You're about to go full Blink-182,
dude. Affliction shirt for one.
You still look sick though. I didn't know
Dyed
with
blue
you.
eyebrows. Dyed like dark
Yep, that was in my bathroom.
That's the bathroom for sure.
That's
and you know what I'd like
crazy.
to add though is I didn't stain the bathroom anywhere. So
Ches,
But
can you
look,
confirm?
I
think
can
so.
confirm.
No stains in the bathroom.
I'm a pretty good tenant. I'm okay. I did bring a dog. He wasn't stoked about that, but he did grow to love him.
Lebowski was the best.
He was the best. Thank you.
Where's the money, Lebowski?
That was the best. For reference, my dog, his name was Lebowski, and obviously that's a movie. If you don't know, just watch it maybe. And they're yelling at this guy the whole movie, like asking him where the money is. My dog didn't know what a tennis ball was. We called a tennis ball the money. So I was like, "Where's the fucking money, Lebowski?"
Yeah.
He'd run off and grab a tennis ball.
But he knew that was interchangeable. He just knew
No,
that.
he
as
didn't know
tennis
what
ball?
a ball was.
Yeah, it was
You
just
say
money.
ball, and it was like, what? Money?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I worked at that sport court, so we got loads and loads of bags of tennis balls.
Yeah.
I fucking go.
They were kind of money to him.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Dude, it was currency for sure.
Okay.
Good dog.
Sorry, sidetracked.
No. We were there in Tennessee for a minute too. We came back.
But yeah, I mean, so
Oh, let's stay here.
I don't
Let's
get
just
how.
stay in Tennessee. We were doing better.
Yeah, I don't get how any bar could be like not realizing something's up. It's like, don't these people look super young?
Well, here's the thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No,
you're the
you're
expert.
probably gonna say it.
No, you're the expert, man. I
All
gotta
these
let you
people
do it.
look young to me now.
Oh, yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah, I'm laughing and going like, "Need you double check that, kids?"
At the same time, this might be an interesting thing to talk about. We got probably enough time, but
Hurry.
the way that people try to get around the laws in Utah at bars is insane. Like, for example, I spend a lot of my time hanging out at what a lot of people consider a dive bar. And I think people from out of state or people that don't have IDs, they look at a dive bar and think, oh, dude, they don't give a shit. We'll just go in there, dude. They're not going to check anything. And a lot of times at a place like that, they're not going to have a door guy all the time because they're trying to save money.
Sure.
Right? They don't want to put another guy on the payroll. So I've seen multiple strategies. One is show up with 12 of your friends. Well, if a few of them distract the bartender, you run to the bathroom. Never works because the one guy that obviously doesn't have an ID looks guilty as soon as he goes speeding off to the bathroom,
It's either he's got to get his fix, like, oh, I gotta go do a bump real quick, damn it.
Or he might have to, on the odd chance, take a mean shit. But
Either
that
way,
doesn't
I'm
really
gonna call
happen.
it out. I'm gonna be like, "How's your poop?" Like if I see
Can I
they're
get your
relieved,
ID?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say something. And regardless, when they come out from the bathroom, it's like, "Oh, odd man out." Odd
You got a
person out.
license to leave that poop here?
Yeah. That's a
And then
dollar.
there's another one that actually I think that is a crazy thing that people play, but a lot of, like, I've seen it with like different people from different countries. They'll come in with their
Passport?
Mexican ID card or
right.
like a passport, but like, so I think a passport from another country is it acceptable? I'm in a gray area on that. I don't know.
I'm gonna go ahead and agree with you there. I would have to Google it. I haven't had to deal with that much.
But like an ID card from another country,
No.
acceptable? No. And
No,
what
it's
they'll
gotta-
do is they'll
yeah.
give it to you, and you'll say, no, you got to have a Utah driver's license to get
Mm-hmm.
in here. And you know what they'll come back with? Oh, you're not letting me in because you're racist. And they get
Yeah.
real loud about it. And so they're hoping that somebody else in the bar will be like, what the hell, you're racist, dude? And then
Or
you're-
you'll be uncomfortable enough
And
to just,
just
be like,
to-
"Oh, just
yeah.
go, just
Yeah.
go." Yeah.
So in like, I mean, Sugar House Pub obviously had a glaring problem there, but in
Jesus.
bars' defenses, like, you're pummeled with things all the time like that.
That's true. The picture ID, the digital ID was funny for a long time because people, and I still get people like, I have a picture of my ID. Like, that's cute. I got a picture of $1 million.
It doesn't mean I have it.
Yeah, it's just very strange.
That's a great comeback.
That
for
was that was quick too. Yeah. That's one of my favorite parts of this industry is being able to say some of the shit that you wanted to say if you've ever done corporate restaurant, any restaurant in
Yeah.
particular versus bar work, is you can be like, the fuck, that's the dumbest shit. You think you're gonna get away with that? Like,
Yeah.
last time they didn't put alcohol in it, so I got a free one, right? Like, that's
I couldn't even
Okay.
taste it. They're all hammered.
that's my favorite.
And a foreign passport is a valid.
The passport, yes.
I think a passport might be
That's
different,
but we did talk about that being great. I would assume so because I'll admit it now that we know it's safe. Earlier, I worked today at a bar, and there was a passport from Mexico, and you have to find specific numbers to write because you can't scan those.
Yeah.
Your little scanner looks like a shitty iPhone. So you have to write those down, and then they destroy them after 2 weeks. But so you have to look for like the expiration date and the date it was issued.
passport ID,
Yeah.
probably.
So I mean, I've seen some that are like Japanese. Like, oh shit, this is kind of hard to read. But luckily, technology has a way. So
It does, but it probably also, we'll find out, has its own problems too. I mean, if 50 of those IDs in the bar in Sugar House Pub were fake IDs, that means somehow they figured out how to make them scannable.
They are,
or they
yeah.
might have
Yeah.
been stolen IDs.
yeah,
you know.
exactly. I've seen a lot of scannable ones that are like, and you know, they're not on the standard like card stock anymore, if you will. So you know, Utah ID, and there's 3 or 4 you see from Utah, and some of them are flimsier than others.
Yeah.
So I'll see one from another state. I mean, luckily I don't have to do much of this because I'm behind the bar. I've
Yeah.
got like a barrier. But
You got a door guy too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So there's already been 2 barriers.
He might be blind, but you
Yeah.
got a barrier there.
Yes, or we have a door guy that's the largest American that we could see, and he makes an amazing door guy too because he's so fucking chill.
Yeah.
So people just don't fuck with him.
Yeah.
But because he's a large American. But then the blind guy. But occasionally we'll have like we have a couple of female door people.
Yeah.
Or door persons, and yeah, so that's good.
Door humans?
door earthians. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I can remember going to the bar years and years ago. It was actually on my birthday.
Happy birthday then.
Yeah. So, and they had a cover that night. So
was so crazy.
the girl checks my ID. She's like, all right, that'll be, $10 to get in. I'm like, what? Don't I get in free because it's my birthday? She's like, what? It's your birthday?
Oh yeah, we don't care about that usually. We're just making
Your
sure
ID's
it looks
expired.
old enough.
So I'm
That
like-
is a good point too, though. Yep.
No, it
No, I
wasn't
get what you're
expired.
saying. I get what you're saying. Didn't even look at it.
So I'm like, she's like, okay, let me see your ID again. So I hand her back my birthday. She's like, oh, happy birthday. Okay, you can go in.
Ah.
Yeah, checking your expiration date. Huh?
That's. I mean, you're looking for a couple of things. Picture matches. I mean, now with it's scanning, it's a little bit different.
But yeah, so like I was like, it is my. She's like, okay, yeah, it really is
Still.
your birthday. So okay, yeah, you can go in.
What's the date today, lady?
Back during the private club days.
Oh man,
Yeah.
memberships. That was fun.
Yeah. Did
Yeah,
you even
this
go
was a
down
great
and
bar, and
explore
it's no longer around anymore. But
Was this one by the one I work at?
no,
I like your style.
it was not. It was
Another bar.
in the Trolley Square area.
Oh yeah, there was a green place.
Yes.
Cool. I think it's okay to say. It's not like they're gonna get
Yeah, I
trouble.
know.
No,
Yeah,
gone.
no.
It was
No.
a place called Green Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
That was a fun bar,
I
I
just.
mean, if they're
tasted
not
this
around
night before.
anymore, it doesn't matter, right?
That's true.
except for one year on St. Patrick's Day.
It's like when we had the people from the Canyon Inn on here that
Yeah.
just swore up and down that the Cottonwood Heights police shut them down. Basically.
Dude, I got pulled over from there with Patrick, our friend Pat. He was hammered. I was buzzed for sure, but I had a Jeep back in, this was like late 90s, and everybody and their mother had a Jeep. It was like the Subaru.
Everybody
of
still
them.
does.
But I mean how Subarus are now.
Yeah, yeah, okay. That
It
makes
was
sense.
like that. So everyone had a lifted Jeep. And Patrick is so drunk that he's like slumped over in his seat, like head down kind of thing. And it's been slushy snowing. And we're going down Fort Union, and the road splits into 2, and I go around this guy, pass him, and the cop pulls me over from the other lane. And by the time he gets me, I'm going down Fort Union, which is a steep hill right there. Excuse me, I'm going to do this. Excuse me. And so I pull over into the first neighborhood that's like a circle, and it's just steep straight down as well. So my Jeep is barely stopping and fucking sliding. And he asked me to get out to like swipe my fucking window because it was totally covered with snow. And
Yeah, like you
my
just
little
got
wiper
in.
wasn't working. Yeah, I was like, fuck it, we're out. And he just wanted to see, like, he was trying to check my condition, I think, too. It's
Yeah.
like jumped out of my Jeep that's lifted up, like land on the ground, it's slippery, kind of just, ta-da, stuck
Yeah.
it. And I'm using my ID to fucking
Scrape
swipe
the
this.
window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't you have anything? Like, this is not working? This works fine, dude. And luckily, Patrick smelled a lot more like booze than I did. It's like, I'm taking my friend home. But my point is, they were like, oh yeah, we got a report that there was a Jeep like spinning circles in the parking lot at the bar you're at.
Huh.
It's like there was 6 other Jeeps that left this place, dude.
Yeah.
Like, all right, must have been me. And then I got an improper lane changed. I'm like, no, this
Oh,
is
sure.
the lane, dude. Just because it's not plowed.
I would be so mad if I got an improper
Oh no,
lane
I went and fought it.
Yeah,
I
in
knew
the,
it wasn't
and it was
worth
snow
it
on the
there.
ground,
Yeah.
dude. Like, no,
I
you're
knew
not
it.
giving
Yeah.
me that.
I was just like, brother, I know this opens up right before 30th East.
Yeah.
Like, I'll prove it. I'll take pictures.
Just an
I did.
excuse to pull you over.
Yep. Yeah. So my point is, yeah, they were right. I feel like no conspiracy. They were trying to shut that place down.
I mean,
to make a
and-
nice ski rental shop.
They could have. Yeah, they very well could have. Or just because, maybe they're, I don't know.
You guys been skiing at all this year yet?
Dude, I don't go up there anymore.
That's right. You're getting old. I forgot.
Yeah. I mean, I will go up there, but now we've got like the reserve parking at the
Some
top
places,
of the mountain.
yeah.
And like, I want to go to Brighton, honestly.
I understand that. I chose to go to the light side this winter. And
Yeah.
I got a Solly pass.
Yeah. Solitude.
It's great. It's like riding in the 1990s because you'll do like a little shifty in the air and like a 180, and people are like, whoa, just going nuts on the chairlift.
That is kind of awesome.
It's
though. I
kind of
just like
fun.
that.
Yeah,
that's cool.
you feel really lifted up. Everyone's happy.
I could probably get like 2 or 3 runs in before my legs decide
That's
that
what
they're
I'm
dangerous,
doing.
you know?
3 to 6 now.
Yeah.
It's at
Gotta
the
build
park
those
and
muscles,
stuff.
dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, real nice.
Should we take a break real quick? We'll
I
come back?
love that
Yeah.
idea.
All right,
Yeah,
we'll
I got
be
to
back.
fart.
Would you want to do it before we break?
No,
All right.
it's nothing like Charo's. Like
Okay.
the audience is laughing.
Okay. I was just making sure because some people like to have their farts on the internet.
I mean, I know, but I want to make sure. Ooh, there's some static. I want to
what
make
was
sure. I just farted, probably.
That was the fart.
Static. No, I just want to make sure it's not like. What if I have to leave? What if it's one of those farts?
Oh yeah, it gets stuck in the foam in here, so we'll be right back.
Oh, not even
I
that,
know.
but wet.
And we're back. It's episode 335 of the Weekly InSalt with Nature.
You know what's cool is actually most of the episodes I've been on, he usually has to correct you on what number it is. So
I don't think I
Earlier.
ever said the number earlier.
No, you
you
gave
did
the
first
wrong
time said
one.
it.
I
so.
said the wrong
Oh,
one.
my bad. Well, you did.
I
'cause you
believe in
didn't
the
say
Nature
one.
because
Well,
I
saying the wrong
usually-
one is omission. So yes.
Yeah.
There's this general
kinda
consensus with the people who like our group or podcast team that like we
Yes.
need to say the episode number at the beginning, but
Well, it doesn't
then-
say that on there.
It does.
I know.
It's in the title.
I know.
And I almost put it in the description too, but I think it feels weird to read the title
It
and then
would.
the title's in the description.
Yeah.
You know
Yes, we recorded this at this blank
what I mean?
time.
We just had a Chesradamus quote that came out.
Yes.
And we want you to say it again, man.
We got one
To
after.
teach the people. The people need to understand
That's
what things they shouldn't do.
Okay, we were talking about farts
Yes.
and holding them. I said you shouldn't hold your farts. Do you know why?
No, sir.
No.
Because
Tell
they'll
me
travel
why.
up your spinal cord, and that's where shitty ideas come from.
Oh, yeah, speaking of, that's very true. So here's another.
Good job,
Chaz.
guys. Nobody
Yes.
laughed.
No,
That was
we are all
perfect.
laughing
We died
inside.
laughing just before we came on
We
the
were
air.
giving the audience a chance to laugh.
Oh, that's true.
breaks. We only got 30 minutes left to crank this out. So, it's better to poop in the sink than sink in the poop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a true
So,
statement
that's another
too.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't do that.
Unless, never mind. I'm not bringing that up.
That was
I was
that
about
a
to go
long
down
time
a
ago.
Deep dark path.
Yes, it's the season, so no
Yeah.
more of that.
Yep. No more of that.
Yep. So, can I tell you guys about a crazy robbery that happened?
Were you involved in
Yes.
the robbery?
Well, not.
Were you a
yes,
suspect
but
in
I
the
was not.
robbery?
I was a bystander who didn't stand by.
Okay, I wanna hear.
Yeah, it was cool. So I was leaving my place of work late at night, which was like anywhere from like 2 to 4 a.m. And it was warm enough. I was on my one wheel, and so I cruise in. I've gone there enough times that they let me. They don't say anything if I roll in on my one wheel in the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, so you don't even have to like get off of it or anything. They
No.
know you well enough.
Yes,
Yeah.
like oh, this fucking guy.
Is this
So-
the one that's just south of the...
No, this is up closer to my house. This is off
Oh, okay.
2030
Would it
East.
be fun if we made some predictions about what happened?
I would
Now
love that.
Okay,
I would
so
love
I'm
that.
thinking
so
that
yeah, let's ad lib here.
you show up at the 7-Eleven, you roll inside, you're on the one wheel,
Mm-hmm.
and then something happens, but you actually subdue the suspect while riding the one wheel. That's my
Don't you think that would have been on the news more?
no. I just because
It's neat.
I think you would have been like too honorable. You'd be like, I decline all interviews.
Dude, that's
I don't want to
pretty
be
dope.
involved.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's actually good.
What?
My thought is he rides up, sees through the door the robbery going on, and just continues riding by.
Yes, dude. Yes. Ding, 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 ding. Sucks to be you. Oh my god, that's great. Kurt, do you have any predictions?
I do not.
Okay, so we'll move on from that, and I like that because it's quick. So neither of those were true, but I think both of those went into my head. Both the little guys on my shoulder were like, you should just do that.
Yeah.
No, so I go to open the door, and I kind of like dismount a little bit on the board, so it like isn't balancing anymore. So it's a one wheel we're talking about, so it's balancing.
Yeah.
So it drops to the tail, and as I open the door, I can see this guy running around the counter towards me. And by the time I realize, like, I've never seen this dude before.
Oh, so he was already behind the counter.
He was,
Okay.
and he had a stack of cash, like, in his arm,
Oh,
like, holding
shit.
it against his chest. And, like, various products from 7-Eleven.
Did you trip him?
No. He comes busting out, and it was just like almost like a horror movie. When
Did he have a pack
your
of boner
keys-
pills?
He had a bunch of Blue Chews, which I didn't know they sold those until now. Now I'm their best customer.
Did he have a hard on while he was
He
running?
was weird. That's all I could see was the
Okay.
boner.
It happened
So
fast.
it was weird. It was a large boner. No, so this dude's running towards me, and I'm like, fuck it. So I kind of back out of the store on my one wheel, and then it disengages. So like the tail drops to the ground, and I'm wiggling my front foot like engage. So it's like a horror movie when you can't, like you're dropping the keys and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
God
running,
damn
but
it.
you can't run fast.
Why
enough.
can't we get in the running
Come
car?
on, damn it! Yes, the
You will-
keys. So I'm trying to crank this thing back into gear or whatever, and I see this guy getting closer. I realize what's happening, and I'm like, I didn't see shit. And those are the only words I said to him. And he
Like
comes,
your heroic moment. Was
yes.
I didn't
Oh
see
no, because
shit.
it gets even funnier. Yes. So he comes blasting out, and he's kind of like shoving me aggressively. But every time he's shoving me, he's using his free hand with like the chips and like some. I don't know, like a beer, maybe like a tall can. He just had like a couple things in his right hand. In his left hand, it's clutched a bunch of cash like against his chest and a giant fucking knife.
Oh, okay. So yeah, no,
a
there's
giant
huge-
knife. But I didn't really see that till he's pushing me. And after I didn't see shit.
Did he push you with the knife?
So
hand?
no, so he's taking his free hand with like the products and he's
Okay.
shoving me, but as he's doing it, he's kind of letting go of packets of cash, and so they're dropping on the ground. I'm like, yo, bro, your money, because I'm just thinking you go through all this shit and
Yeah,
like
you might as well make it worth.
and there's
it.
a getaway car. I didn't realize it's like parked completely like not parallel but like perpendicular to the parking, like getaway style. He's ready to bounce, and there's somebody in the
yeah.
car.
So they knew what they were doing.
So I don't know. This dude might have a gun driving. I'm not sure what's going on. So as the dude's shoving me, I'm like, yo, your money, bro, your money. And I'm trying to engage my board. I start going off. I like peel it out of there. There's a mechanic right next to it. I go behind the mechanic, and I'm like hiding in between two cars behind the mechanic shop, and I'm trying to get the lights to disengage on my fucking one wheel.
Because were you thinking at this point that you're like now a witness? or
Which yes,
something?
and
So
they
you're-
followed me. They did.
Okay.
Yeah, they ripped up the street east on Fort Union, which is like up towards our ski canyons.
Yeah.
They ripped back and ripped into the tire shop, the mechanic shop, and they're looking for me.
Oh shit.
And so they come to a stop where they have to like Austin Powers their
Because they
car
probably
back
were
around.
like, oh, that dude, he saw you. Or he
Yep.
had to have seen the license plates.
Yep, which
man.
is crazy because I didn't get the plate, but I ended up like I evade them. I cruise out of the spot and like end up at another gas station across the street, like hiding behind the car wash, like a little bitch. I don't care,
dude. I wouldn't because you never know. All
I
they could
didn't
do is
know.
roll down the window
Yep.
and
I
pop
was
off
just going
rounds,
for a
dude.
pizza, man. I just
You're-
wanted a pizza at 3
You're
a.m.
off work too. You just want to
I
go
was
home.
done
Man.
dealing with people. So I end up calling the cops because there's money all over the front. They were starting to like tie the clerk up. So I call the cops. I didn't go inside. They're like 30 seconds away.
Yeah.
And I give a full description of this car, and I got like the make and model and almost the year down. No plate.
Nice.
And they
No
caught him a
plate,
couple days later.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. I got a free
Dude.
pizza out of it.
Yeah, but the pizza was from 7-Eleven.
Which is not terrible.
They're not.
Yeah.
There
You
are
know,
worse pizzas.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
It's good, but it's a weird moment where you like I've evaded police in my life, not like
You helped
illegally,
out, man.
but yeah, it was just like, all right, this is the right thing to do.
That is
So,
kind of
yeah.
scary in
It
the
was
instant, in the
trippy.
sense of like they came back, so you never know who's in the car.
Yeah.
I guarantee if they were robbing gas stations, they had guns in the car. You know, so
I didn't want to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
luckily that one wheel's fast. So,
yeah.
and I almost came to one wheel with a story, and I thought, God, they're just such shitheads. They're gonna use my story and like,
Yeah, they
thanks to
won't.
one wheel, we caught some criminals. You know?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
I'm surprised
they'll
more
take your
people
name out of it and
yeah,
everything.
No, for
Yeah.
sure. I'm surprised more people don't do crimes on one wheels because you could.
Don't send ideas like this
Dude,
into the world. On
If
our
I'm thinking
podcast.
about it, well, if I'm like in New York, you could do some Italian job style with like 4
Yeah,
one wheels
yeah.
and a couple of radios. So, anyways,
Yeah.
I do not condone that.
Yeah, I don't condone any crime.
Yeah, crimes
Especially
are
not
cool.
that. Like, robbing a gas station is like different style. of
Bro, and they
crime, you know,
knew
like-
Yeah.
like when to get the most they could because they were changing out the money in the safe kind
Yeah.
of thing. They got a couple grand out of it. So
That's probably been stalking the place for a while.
that's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, yeah. There
But
was
the
a
guy with the one wheel shows up.
good friend of mine
Fuck.
who's also a bartender. Recently had he was working late shift. You know,
Mhm.
bartenders are usually doors close around like 2 o'clock normally, and then you've got to clean up and do all your clothes and shit. Like 3, sometimes 4 in the morning. You're finally making your way home, and he got a call from his neighbor on the way home and said, "Hey, where are you?" He's like, "I'm on my way home." He's like, "Well, I just scared a car away from out front of your house that didn't have license plate." He got home and they had robbed his entire house. Like spent like a couple hours
The
in
night,
his house.
yeah.
And he's like,
He's on shift. Oof.
and as a bartender, you work on tips, so you're constantly carrying around cash, and so he would put his cash in a place in his house where he could then take it out for pill. Yeah, I'm sure it was
that damn mattress.
I'm sure it was in a place that everybody looks for cash.
That's why I have a sleep number bed. It hides my money.
Yeah.
It just tells me how much money. No, it's like how much you're depositing.
Oh yeah,
A little ATM in there.
I forgot you could add that option on
It
the
is.
bill. The bill
you have
counter.
one too, don't you?
Yeah.
God, those are just bougie.
I mean, it's great because it'll actually separate the good serial number bills into a separate pile, so I can
didn't
sell those in the
realize
currency
that.
market.
Yeah.
You have to enable it. It's an advanced feature.
Yeah, I haven't updated in a few months.
So yeah, mine's antiquated. I don't even have like
That's true.
the money hiding feature on mine.
Does yours heat and cool? Oh,
That stuff wasn't invented when I got my number, sleep
man.
number.
So you need to get a bed jet, and I should get paid for this.
I know exactly what you're going to bring up,
Those
and I
are
think
great.
they're like, okay, we'll play along with it, but they're the corniest things ever. You need a bed jet,
Dude,
man.
try one. Before I had my bed,
Have you had a bed jet?
Yeah, I had one before I had the bed I have now.
Is this what I'm thinking of? Is it a little device that sits at the foot of your bed
Bro, it's
and
a
has a
little-
little vent pipe that shoots air up into your...
You can be cold and want to get under your blankets in the summer. It's very bizarre.
What?
Like you can be like, it's so hot in my room, and then
Oh,
you
yeah.
get under the covers, and you're like, ooh,
Oh, yeah.
it's cold, and it does this big balloon effect if you want it to. It's really fucking cool. Yeah.
You're like covered wagging yourself before you get into bed.
Which is probably, if you fart, it's coming straight back
straight
at
back
you.
into
Yeah,
that. Yeah, it totally is.
Fart jet.
Sorry if somebody could
Brought
smell
to
that
you
one.
by
Somebody out there's like,
Beans.
gross, I could smell that.
Oh, dude. Yep. Just like the Charo fart.
Gosh, we should really do always degenerate back to
Yeah.
poop and farts.
It's just always the thing. That's one of my favorite things at the bar I work at is there's a few fellows that we're starting a fantasy underground karaoke league.
Okay.
So we have drafts and players. So you pick the top and the worst. So you have and then you have a point
I
system.
think this is a great idea.
I
We could
love
maybe
it.
run
Yeah.
it past DraftKings, dude, if we get a sponsorship
I'm
with
telling
them, you know?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, because we did a rough draft of it last year, but now there are people who want to buy in. So
So you're
like, okay,
refining
we have
it.
to have like league rules and a commissioner and shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna be watching this on the Ocho.
We do it for real. And dude, One Wheel shit is on that now. It's
Dude,
crazy. The races.
This last episode we talked about watching the Ocho, and we were watching the stair climb challenge, which was 2 flights of
It's just-
stairs with dish soap on them,
Oh my god.
and you have to try and climb to the top of it.
What's that
The
guy?
slippery stairs.
Yeah,
Richard.
slippery stair
What's that guy
challenge.
Richard that was the little health guru?
Richard Simmons.
Richard
Richard
Simmons,
Simmons. I can just picture
Well,
him.
he just passed away.
That's
Yeah.
what I was saying.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I could just picture him like,
He would.
we're gonna
excel at
climb
that.
those stairs.
So we started researching the
damn.
Ocho because I figured that it's the best TV that's on right now. There's nothing better to watch. I watched the 2020 Mullet Championships.
Mullet.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
a bunch of rules. You can't style your hair with any product, foreign or domestic. You can't wear any sunglasses or bandanas. It's got to be pure mullet. Dude.
No accoutrement. No accessories.
One of the judges is Uncle Keith. I don't know why they call him that. But
Is he the guy from Kill Tony?
I don't know.
It could be. There's a mullet master.
There could be.
on Kill Tony. It's very inspiring.
But I
wanna do
recorded
stuff like
some new ones tonight. I'm going to watch the foot golf championships.
Oh yes, yes.
Belt sander racing championships.
Yeah, I watched that one. That one's
Does it like carry you? Do you have to lay down and like? Bzzz?
They actually take the bodies off them and make them look like little cars.
Oh, and they ride them.
No, they're just
Oh,
little
it'd be
model
cool
cars.
if they rode
yeah.
them like.
so it's kind of like a Pine Road Derby thing,
Sure,
where
sure.
they're like on a
Belt
track,
sanders. I got you.
and like they're racing 2 of them at a time. They have like a stock class and then a modified class.
Oh yeah.
It's like the modified class. They're putting vacuum cleaner motors on them
Look
and
how
shit.
stoked he is about this.
I know
man.
he's gonna be in it.
We should build you a belt. So
Dude,
weekly
he's
InSalt
already
belt
building
sander.
one.
Dude.
Let's do it.
Shh, he's already building one. So we were talking about the karaoke thing. How did it get brought up?
Oh, I don't know. We
I
mentioned
know
the Ocho.
there was a funny story about karaoke that I was gonna tell you. But
Yeah, that's what happens on this.
Well,
Maybe we can jog your memory with DraftKings making a league.
I know.
and
I
people
remember all
buying
that.
in and-
But yeah, I don't
So,
know.
are you talking about the people that come to your bar to sing karaoke?
Yes, those are league players.
Okay, those are the league players, but you're doing
Yes.
like a draft on those
Yes,
players.
because you'd be a team owner.
I think you finally
you pick
made
2
karaoke awesome for me, man.
Yeah,
Tolerable.
I know for sure. So you can't play and own a team. You're either
No,
a player
you
or
gotta be a
league-
manager.
a team owner.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You got to get a GM. We got to get
Point
sponsored
systems.
by DeWalt.
Yeah.
yes.
Get my karaoke team sponsored by DeWalt.
I'm gonna have Ryobi.
Everybody gets
sponsor
free
me.
box cutters or something from DeWalt.
Microphone covers.
Yeah. The big yellow microphone says
Yes.
DeWalt on the front.
Yes.
Yeah. So now you've refined this as a second running year of this?
Yeah. First year was our inaugural, year, and we had some ups and downs. We had a lot of upsets. We did have some players that got ejected from the league, so they're no longer a big part of why we started the underground, and we call it the fantasy underground karaoke. Fuck, because one of the players is like, she's like the catchphrase of the bar. She's a little Filipino girl. She's like, "What the fuck?" So that's Ruby for you. She's on most of any of the social media you see about this particular bar I work at. There can only be one. It's usually her.
Really?
Dude, I found a sword from like a display sword for the bar in the warehouse, like the little storage, because I have a barbershop next to this bar.
Yeah.
And then there's like warehouse storage next to my shop.
Sure.
And dude, there's a cash register from like the early 1900s.
That's
Can we
cool.
put that in my shop, please?
Yeah.
And then there's a fucking sword.
I wonder why that's in there. You're not going to put it in the bar.
Well, yeah, I don't think it would. I mean, you don't have all day to ring up a tab.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get your tab from the 1900s.
Oh, I meant the sword.
Oh,
You wanna
no.
put the sword
Oh,
in?
that's a good point. No,
Yeah.
I think even though it's dull, we were talking about where to put it. I'm like, no, that's just like
Yeah.
a angry employee is gonna pull that out.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck
Just
you,
swinging
Dale. Yeah.
Well, so what kind of league rules do you have? I mean, you said some people got ejected from your fantasy
Yeah,
league.
that's
I'm
just they
wondering
got
what-
86 from the bar. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
they're no longer part of the league.
It's the
Yeah.
major violation. I can see how that would
Yeah.
impair their ability to perform well.
True. I mean, these were people that would come in and practice singing first. I don't know if you noticed, but they have those little rooms.
They're a voice warm-up room.
Yeah, they don't use them as much. So I thought, what a cool idea to turn those into like Zoom meeting rooms.
Oh yeah,
Where
dude.
you're like, you want to have a meeting, but you're at the bar. Just plug in your USB to the green screen, and it's like your office behind you.
Yeah,
And just,
dude,
like,
that's-
sound perf, having a drink. Like, yeah, give me another one.
You don't look like you're at your normal house today, Jim. Oh no, I just did some renovations.
Yeah, I got some guys in here to clean up, and put some new books in my library.
Yeah, most people now on Zoom calls are using a fake background
That's
anyways.
true.
So
Yeah.
true, yeah.
I mean, only because I've seen people doing it out on the patio.
Yeah.
Dudes over here like, well,
Looks like a golf
we're up
course.
12% this year, and that's great because burp.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's that.
That's that. Well, I do like the invention of like crazy leagues. We had a guy that he was a crazy guy at the bar that I go to, and
Weird.
he was in between jobs a lot. He kind of seemed like maybe he was struggling holding down a job. So like every couple of weeks he'd get a new job, and so we started taking.
Did that
Like,
this
maybe-
guy used to work on the podcast?
No.
Oh,
No.
that was bad.
There was a guy that he came in one day and he was like, "Hey man, I got this new job," and so we took like little friendly bets on what day he would be let go.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, dude.
Yeah, I was like, dude,
Oh.
it's a corporation. You got to get hired. You got to do training. There's at least 1 week, a normal week of work. There's 2 weeks, and then you got to get 3 warnings. That's 2 more weeks, a month.
Oh, yep, maybe 5 weeks.
Hit it
Yeah.
on the day.
Oh my God, good. Yes, we had a wedding at our bar recently, and we
nice.
had a poll going to see how long that would last, and I won. That was cool because they had just met. It was the craziest shit I've ever seen. People were there for their first time at the bar. Like, what the fuck is going on? Why are
So people they met at the bar and then they got married
and
at
then
the bar.
We all kind of coaxed them into it. Like we had the KJ was a minister ordained, and so
Nice.
and for the vows he's like, repeat after me. Like, I so and so promised to learn all your kids' names, and I was like, there's actually 5, and it was so like he gave them last rites. Like,
Oh, yeah.
instead of like a prayer or something, he gave them the fucking last rites. Anybody who had slept with the bride previously that year in the bar, I gave them all black bow ties to wear.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of random dudes walking around with black bow ties.
And their pictures. And everything.
Do you need a bow tie? Oh yes, wait. And I'm asking the bride. I'm like, is this one of them? Like, no. Fucking liar, Alex. So yeah,
Nice.
I had one too. So we have another bet going about. This is morbid. Sorry. There's two men that come to the bar. They're very old and they sing karaoke. And one of them kind of resembles Hans Mole Man from The Simpsons. Like, it's my turn to sing. He's very similar. And the other guy is Bubby D. And he does a great Sinatra. One of them's going to die on stage. I'm sure of it. And so I have a poll going between the two of them.
What's the earliest date? Are you betting on dates?
No, just who's doing it first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's just first come thing.
First come, first day.
We maybe
it's gonna be
drafts. Maybe there is something like DraftKings listening or some betting website. I mean, if you want to get us a quick sponsor, I mean, we can get Nate's bets up on your site and make a little extra money.
I've got tons of great ideas.
Dude, we're not asking for much. You just got to get Kurt's trailer wrapped in Fireball wrap.
It's true. I do need a new barbershop though.
We can also add a little extra cash for that. We'll get you kickbacks on the ideas for your bets.
Yes. Could use some stickers. I love fire.
Do you think that you can bet on whether or not it will snow on Christmas Day in Vegas?
I'm sure.
Like it's depending on where you live,
Somewhere
you can.
Yeah, there's got to be somewhere.
If not, DraftKings.
I hope you're listening because we're about to cash in.
Draft.
Kurt, do you have Kurt's Corner today?
I do not.
You don't have anything? You got something shelved?
I kind of looked, but
the only thing that I found really today, over the last week prepping for this, was just everybody starts talking about the inversion again, man, when it pops up, and it's like, this happens all the time.
Yeah,
It's
there's a really good
new.
fix for it.
What?
The mountains.
Get above it.
Yeah, breathe deep.
I did see some pictures of some airplanes flying in when the fog was here, and I use air quotes with fog, but it actually kind of did. It was pretty cool. The fog layer was really low to the ground, which I don't think
you can
happens
chew
it.
My prediction for New Year's is going to be one of those foggy, you can't see more than 15 feet in front of you.
I think I
look down.
Yeah, I bet on that.
Yeah.
That's how it was on the Millennium.
Do you mean the Millennium?
I remember that, dude. Wow.
Yeah,
no computers stopped. We were fine.
Yeah.
I know.
Damn.
We thought that it would. That was cool. Like everybody thought you were going to die when it hit New Year's at your time zone.
Right?
Yes.
It's like the happening
like,
or something.
Like we're in Utah. If people haven't died before our
Mountain
time zone yet, I think
time.
we'll be all right. You know? I did like the fact that you brought up a month zone earlier.
Yes.
It's December 8th today, but I guess it's December 8th everywhere.
Well, yeah, it's true, I think. I mean,
maybe the international date line, it might be tomorrow already.
Be the 9th.
Oh, yeah, it's
in Australia.
In Australia, it's
the 9th, pal. Already.
Yeah, because they're, 18 hours ahead of us?
It's almost Boxing Day.
What day is Boxing Day?
I don't know.
26th.
You think that it's going to be a Paul Tyson rematch on Boxing Day? Did you watch that?
Yeah, I had to get Netflix plugged into the bar because we have a 1980 style TV system at the bar.
So you had to use a coax cable?
I had to use my Netflix to hop on it, and it was just like...
What did you think?
Oh, it was just sad.
I mean, the fights leading up to it, I thought were good.
Great.
Like
those ladies beat
those
the
two
shit out of
ladies.
each
Yeah, that was insane.
That was fun to watch.
Somebody, I was at a bar named Sioux on State when we were watching them. It was packed, dude, to the brim. Every time that Tyson's name got brought up, everybody would cheer. And then, after that fight, it got quiet because everybody's like, what the hell? And then somebody's like, who would have thought the men fought before Paul and Tyson?
Oh, my God. It was just kind of sad. That's not him.
I still thought it was cool he came out by himself. He didn't have to make a big spectacle. He just Mike Tyson. Yeah. And he showed his ass.
I didn't see that part. I was bartending, so.
Dang, you missed out. Look at him on YouTube. Dude.
So it was pretty funny. So, they cut to an interview that he recorded with his son. And so, he does the interview, and he's like, love you, boy. And then he walks off. And, the whole thing had just been showing it from, mid-chest up.
Oh, he's balls deep.
The camera went down. And you just see Mike Tyson's ass walking.
He's just in a jock strap, walking around there just bare-assed.
He's old enough to not give a shit anymore. Once you're at that age, you just wear whatever you want, fart whenever you want,
You think there's boxing, farts in boxing? You think you get distracted?
I think probably more in UFC.
You punch somebody hard in the stomach.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's distracting for sure.
Kurt's got it quick.
And he's I could tell he knows he's in his fucking.
Do you want sound?
Shonies.
Oh yeah, we want sound.
Ready, F. How do you feel about the disrespect he's been constantly throwing your way?
He
Is
won't
if you
look
want
at
you
his
to get you more violent result?
Yeah.
Don't pay any attention to it. We're fighting now. Nothing matters anymore.
What is that
What's your
tattoo?
prediction?
I don't know.
Vicious win.
Vicious win. Thank you, Dad.
It's terrifying.
Love you too.
Oh, he kissed him.
Watch it.
It's a sun.
Oh, that's a really strange apparatus. Nobody wants to look either. Like, don't look down. That was
Don't
in
you
the
look
security
at it.
rules. Like, whatever you do, fellas,
That was the
high
moment.
profile, do not look at his junk.
Yeah, he will knock
But
you
what
out
was
if you
that
look at it.
tattoo on his chest?
It's got to be like, I don't know.
It looked like a shitty Ronald
I
McDonald.
mean, I'm not going to
Yeah,
speculate because I
Michael
think Mike Tyson
Jackson
can still go.
I don't know if he's coming for us. I think we're okay.
I don't know, man. I got a podcast around.
Okay. you're
Maybe
good.
one day he'll be
Dude,
here
he'd
with
be
his
on it.
tiger, dude.
You give me respect.
he'll-
Keep my name
My
out your
name's
mouth.
Mike Tyson.
Yes. Oh, we're fucked.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Mike.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you know what? If I was in his situation, money grab too, dude. Like,
Yeah, I'd get a
that's
tribal tattoo on my face. Why not?
20 million to do that fight they said he got or something.
But doesn't he sell weed? Like he's got like his gummy edibles with.
Have you ever hated
Holyfield?
money? Have you ever wanted less money?
Yeah, never. You're right.
I think he
Money's
just.
probably cool.
I mean,
I was
to a
Theo
point.
Vaughn again.
Money's probably.
You know, back when I was young, we didn't need money. We just made it.
I like your Theo Vaughn, dude. Can we do a whole episode with nature Theo
Absolutely.
Vaughn?
Dude, it's like Kill Tony when you have Gillis on his trump.
I had a
He's just
guy,
the
and
best.
my buddy Craig in the basement. He was printing money that we take down to the middle school.
My brother's cousin was autistic,
You're
and
better, way better one.
Okay, so the chest tattoo,
yeah, what is it?
it's a portrait of his late daughter Exodus.
yeah, there
Oh,
you
don't
go.
I feel like
Yeah.
a fucking real awesome human? She's dead.
Yeah, there and that. I mean,
That one looks way better
I think
than.
he's had it there for a while.
That looks a
man.
little
Yeah.
enhanced. That was some Insta filter compared to
Some
that guy is interviewing
special
him.
victims unit enhanced shit.
Bow, 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 bow.
Yeah,
So I guess on his stomach he's got
I think he's leering at
Sheikh
us.
Kavaro.
Who?
Sheikh Kavaro.
what?
The,
I don't know what that
you having a
means.
stroke?
He can smell purple
You
again.
can smell purple.
the famous
Maybe show us.
He
Like a shake, like a famous.
Shay Kavaro.
Oh,
Shay
shake. Now I
Kavaro.
feel like a shithead.
Hey, did you guys know that Wendy's right now has salted caramel frosty?
Fuck yeah.
Not a sponsor.
Someday.
All right. Well, I think the wheels have come off this
Yeah.
one completely.
So can I see the Shade Guevara? Oh, is it like the Freedom
Oh, there it
Fighter?
is.
Yes.
Like Rage Against the Machine T-shirt.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. All right.
That's a good.
Boy, that's just some juxtaposition.
Then I
of
guess he's also
tattooing.
got a tattoo of Arthur Ashe, who's a tennis legend, and
What the fuck?
Mao Zedong, the communist Chinese leader.
Why did you laugh at? You can hold it together. I was like, dong. He starts laughing
Because he knew Dong was coming.
he was reading it
As
ahead.
his inner 6-year-old.
You know what I think would be a
Dong.
fun. Maybe we could do this as a bit next time. You know, on Saturday Night Live, how they read the news, but the other people write jokes for each other.
I don't, but I'd like
You haven't
to try
seen
it.
that? Will you look up?
No.
The
we only got
Weekend
4
Report?
minutes left.
Well, I
Let's
mean, the
look at it
timer's just
later.
a timer.
But all
But
the
it's
fun
like
stuff happens under. I don't know anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We don't have to.
Well,
We'll come
I
up with a
get it.
better bit.
I'm trying to I'm like totally sidelining your show. So let me see it.
No, that was it. Although, if we want to tell a story, I think we might have mentioned this on a previous episode, but I wanted to ride your one wheel when you came last time.
Yeah, I didn't bring one this time.
And unfortunately, my neighbors moved out, so the stories around
my
my neighborhood
God.
aren't even that great. But you remember that guy that just popped out
How
of
would you
nowhere?
forget?
He was
That-
like, "Yo, y'all got a cigarette?" We're like,
Methy
"Where did
Matt,
you come
dude.
from?"
Yeah,
and then
he
you
was-
asked him if he wanted to ride it.
Well, at that point, like, let's get some entertainment out of this meth head. You know, like, fuck.
It was a fun time.
Yeah.
I think that's in one of the previous episodes with
It
Nate.
is, yeah.
All of them are great with you, though, man. So thank
It's
you
been
for always
fun.
coming
Yeah,
by,
yeah.
dude. I
That was
appreciate you.
I know we had this one planned for a long time, so.
I'm sure we'll have plenty more.
Oh yeah.
As long as you
That
keep
was
wanting to
sarcasm.
come back.
No, I
mean,
do, but that was sarcasm. We talked about this like yesterday.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
Thanks for coming, man.
Sure appreciate that.
Yeah. Maybe if I'll let you back.
Oh,
You will.
What?
Maybe we could do a-
gummies on your show again.
Do it. When we walk out, should we just leave him in here chewing on those gummies for like a crazy amount of time?
And then wasn't me.
That was crazy loud for what it was, honestly. But thank you. I do appreciate you
Just a lot of
coming along,
fun,
dude.
yeah.
Taking time out of your evening. I know that there's many other things that we could do besides sit in this room and talk, but I always,
Yeah.
you always
but
make me
it's-
laugh, man.
it's really fun.
You're a good homie.
Anytime you need me to be Laura, I'll be your.
Yeah, we never really addressed that.
No,
She's
we're not going to. We're
Oh.
not going to. She just like, excuse me. She was like, Nate can do my job.
Thanks for being Laura. Yeah, I mean,
You guys.
all right. Well, this has been
Thanks.
your weekly insult.
All right.
We didn't do very good propaganda. Usually they don't talk.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger. Not that again.
I still do that every time I hear those damn birds.
I can't ever not. I'll be lying in bed trying to sleep.
Oh my